All right, what's going on, everybody? KB Card Stacks here, and today I'm going to be telling you about a new app that you must add to your rotation when you're looking for good deals on sports cards. All right, today we are talking about the app called Collx. I've talked about it a little bit before, picked up a few things here and there, but really wanted to take a deep dive and spend like $100 to see what exactly I could get from this marketplace, talk about it, what are the pros and cons to it. So let's just jump right to it and we'll talk about it in detail as we go through some of these pickups. So first one, Curtis Rourke. And some of these pickups I've had sitting for about a month. I wanted to buy everything kind of all at once-ish over like the course of a week and then waited for it to come in. Kind of push this back a little bit, but Curtis Rourke, bought this for probably $4 or $5. I was high on Indiana going into the season, not necessarily on Curtis Rourke, but Indiana itself, just there was going to be correlation there. And these were doing probably about $10 to $12, maybe $15 on the high end at the time when I bought it. Now they're probably closer to $20 and $30-ish dollars. He is hurt right now. He should come back for this upcoming game, but we'll see what happens. But this was a really good deal. Happy to pick that up for about $5 or so. This was also another good deal. Little Ray Wave, Juju Watkins, and they threw in this MVP card, which I love. It's probably like a $2, $3 card, which is awesome. But the Ray Wave, I think, was about $10 or so. Ray Wave, I like the portrait. I like Juju. These are Blaster exclusive parallels, so that was cool. And I think one thing that I do like about Collx is like, I feel like there's actually a community there, or people are just very friendly, want to make deals, and like, hey, you know, you get a lot of messages. I think just customer service is pretty solid and everyone wants to be there. They want to sell their cards on the platform. They want it to grow. So that's nice and, you know, super friendly. Everyone's like, hey, I'll ship it out tomorrow. I'll throw in some extras to cover shipping. You know, who's your PC? Anything else you're looking for, I'll cut you a deal. So really good conversation from that and just really friendly. Very, very welcome change. So nice little Ray Wave. That was about $10. This was a cool stack of 3 cards. I think I paid a little over $20. I paid a little over $100 for everything that you'll see here, but this was one of my favorite pickups. I first started just with Topps Chrome. I think I was just messing around and just searching Topps Chrome Atomic, and I came up with this Chris Johnson. This is one of my favorite images. I've got the gold, I've got the blue. I think I have the black as well. Chris Johnson in my top 10 of all-time favorites. So Atomic, you just don't see these a lot, and they can resell pretty nicely. So I was pretty shocked to see this, you know, I think for under $10 there. Jamal Charles, another one of my top 10, maybe 15 favorites. Don't love the all-pro stamps that they did in like 2010, like 2013 on Chrome, but it is what it is. This one, maybe I list high. This one I will not, if I were, it's like 150. I'm like, I'm not selling it, but like if someone's willing to come up and pay for it, sure. But this one, maybe I list, just because, again, that stamp, not my favorite image either. I think his 2014 image is my favorite. That's a really good one. And then kind of a one-hit wonder, maybe had 2 years, but I think people always remember Peyton Hillis, but they don't remember Miles Austin as like that crazy one-hit wonder. Maybe he had 2, but nice true blue color match there. Just thought that was cool. Just wanted to bundle it up and add that one to the stash. So that was a good pickup there. All right, so I've talked about it a little bit in the past. I've wanted to get into, this isn't vintage, it's 89, but I've wanted to get into like the Hall of Fame stuff, the rookie cards, and just things like that. So was searching around. One thing, I'm not in love with like the search functionality of the app. I think it can be a little tedious and just not as fluid as it could be. Again, I'm not an app developer. I don't know what could help, but to me, you know, I think just kind of the filtering and just the scrolling and the how you view it or how things are labeled, not my favorite. So I just kind of settled on this. I knew I wanted to kind of pick up a variety of stuff, which you'll see it's kind of everything that I collect and enjoy. So wanted to try to get something older in this. Got this for about $15. That's about what it does, 15 to 20, but Barry Sanders on the Topps traded PSA 8. I'll take it. Rob probably doesn't do too much, but I like the graded encapsulation aspect of it. I learned his scorecard is actually the more valuable one. Topps at the time was a pretty inexpensive pack, and Score was kind of the premium product back then. And that's the one, it's like the same Score treat, or I think this year's Score, they brought back that same design, but this Barry Sanders. I really like PSA 8 there. This was actually a really crazy deal from this one. I searched LaDainian Tomlinson Topps Chrome, and this refractor came up. And these were all like $2 a piece. I think I spent about $12, maybe less, on this whole stack. So LT, sick 2004 image. Love this. I wish there were more parallels because that is just a disgusting image for LT, not numbered. Troy Brown, this was just cheap. Not someone that I remember a ton, but to $5.99, I don't even know what the base design is. If this is a black refractor or this is just a numbered refractor. But Troy Brown, it was just cheap, and I liked it. Jake Plummer, nice 1999 refractor for the Cardinals. Very, very early childhood memories there. Michael Turner, maybe top 15, top 20 of all time for me personally. So I like that rookie card. So that's nice. Boom. Joe Horn, some memories. I remember his cell phone celebration, and that's kind of very, very early. I mean, his peak career, I was like 7 or 8, so pretty early there. Derek Mason, again, not someone I'm super, I maybe he was like an NFL Street or one of those types of games that I would always play. But Nico Marchiol, I've seen a lot of people buying him up, and I saw this. I think someone had just purchased something. Like, let me see if there's any Nico on Collx. So this was $5-6, I think, $5.50 or something. Fuchsia foil to 75. He's from Chandler. I've known about him for a while. From Colorado, then came down to Chandler for I think his junior and senior, maybe just his senior year. And then committed to Florida State, and then flipped to West Virginia. Hasn't really had the opportunity. He's had a couple starts here and there from injury, but he got a start versus Arizona. Didn't really look great. Could have done worse, could have done better for sure. I thought it was going to kind of be a tryout for next year. Maybe they bring in a transfer portal guy. Maybe he hits the portal. I don't know. He stuck around for 3 years or so. Hard to gauge, but not someone that I'm buying into, but just people were buying him. Yeah, let me see what's up with that. So I'm not going to buy him, but just thought it was interesting. Here's a Malaysia full Wiley. I think this was under $10, maybe 7 or 8. Blue mini diamond to 99. I think that's cool. Malaysia has been someone that I've been buying. South Carolina, not gonna put up stupid numbers with South Carolina, or stupid as in like a Juju Watkins, Page, Caitlin Clark. That's just not how South Carolina plays, but I think a good prospect to buy into. Page, a couple Page you'll see for like $5 or $6. I really think this will be like a 15 to 20. It is like 12 to 15 right now. I think it'll be closer to 15 or 20 come like March Madness or peak Page. They play USC like December 22nd at UConn, I believe. That'll be fun. Olivia Miles. This was like $1. I'm pretty sure the seller's going to lose money on this. She does have autos in Leaf, some sort of Leaf product, but she tore her ACL last year. Now at Notre Dame, she should be one of the top players in the country. So that's cool. And then this one, two little Michaela Williams autos, and these kind of aged well for me. Picked these up for $11 a piece. I just sold a base auto of hers for like $26 on eBay. So this came, and I bought this like probably a month ago at this rate, but really good deal here. Just wanted to buy into more women's basketball. Now the thing with this one, this was like $6 shipping, and at the time I was like, hey, this is a good enough deal where I'm willing to pay $6. But again, thinking about the search functionality, sometimes I find some people find a lot of good deal. They're like, hey, this is a good deal. I'm going to go check out their other listings. Some people just have like 1,000 listings, and I'm like, the search and all that, just not my favorite, which sucks because there's a Paige Beckers that this buyer has, and they have it for $3. And I was like, dang, I would have added that to my cart. I went to go back after I'd purchased this, but they hadn't shipped it yet, and I was like, oh, maybe I can add it in, and they'll reduce shipping or combine it. But they had a $6 minimum as well, which I get. What are some of the Sport Lots and Buy Sports cards have seller minimums? I totally get it. You don't want to package up a bunch of 99-cent cards at one time. So the seller minimums kind of, it is what it is. I'm not going to like bash on it. I understand, but wish I was able to get that page in this deal. Again, just on me for not scrolling and doing all that. But I do like that. So, and I mentioned, you know, I bought these like a month ago because another con, and I should say something nice first. So what I like about it, I've talked about the community, I guess, and I really like that. You'll find a lot of good deals, as you've seen here. You know, almost 50% of comps on some of these, and then they hand out a good amount of credit. They have scan backs. It's a feature that gets you to scan cards up to the marketplace. So they'll tweet about it and they'll be like, hey, there's a scan back today, and everyone gets geeked up, and you know, you can kind of tell what the theme is, or they'll be like, oh, it's a Monday night scan back. So it's like, okay. And like they had Ohtani and I think Aaron Judge or Juan Soto for the World Series. They had a Tom Brady scan back. I was able to hit that one because I just bought a couple in the dollar box. So that was nice. So they give it out a ton of credit. For Halloween, they gave out $10 credit. There was the Monster Box, and they've been promoting that. So I picked up 2 more cards. So you get a ton of credit, and they definitely incentivize you to use the marketplace and buy and upload because of the scan backs, which is nice because there's a lot of apps out there where it's like, you need to have an incentive for me to use it, and free money, certainly, which it makes sense for them. They're going to give me $10 and I ended up spending $18 with my credit, right? So it's a win-win. You've got to have something that keeps me in the app. And I definitely think that credit is the way to go. And you've got people still using it and paying more than their actual credit is worth. So good on that. So now going back to this inactive sellers, and sometimes you can avoid it. What I do like is that you can click on their profile and it'll say how active they were, like 0.3 days ago they were active, or like 2 hours ago they were active. They haven't been active in 3 days. And you're like, okay. But then there are some who haven't been active in a month or 7 months. And, you know, it's like, all right, take it, you know, likely not getting that sale done. So I know my first few I had to get refunded because I was just scrolling, and it's like, this card was added to their collection 7 months ago and they haven't been active in 5 months. And sometimes like, oh, they haven't been active in a week. And you're like, oh, maybe it's worth the gamble. And, you know, it just doesn't work out. So I have had to get refunded on a couple. It's not a headache or anything, but just, you know, at that point, you're just kind of hopeful. And you're like, oh, I'm willing to, you know, lock up my funds for a couple days just to see if this would ship. So that was kind of another thing there, is the inactive sellers and that. And sometimes cards double sell. I don't know, but there's that. And this, so I bought from Danny, Hobby Guy, Drizzle. He threw in some extras, but he had a page backers, I think for $5, threw in a Michael Dickerson, a couple Michael Dickerson cards there. So I appreciate that. So he was actually the first person I've ever heard talk about Collx, and he's been on it, and he's like, dude, you can set listing cards on Collx, and I haven't done this, so, you know, take this with a grain of salt, but whatever, I trust him. He's like, listing cards, super easy, and you can sell a good amount of cards, and people do rack up their orders and search for other cards. So he was the first person that talked about it, and at some point I was like, all right, fine, I'll check it out, and I started finding deals. So he had this page backers for like $5 or $6, so again, I believe in just the base card. Base cards will pay the bills if you let them. So last one here, Ty Simpson Lava. Been buying him up quite a bit as well. I think it was like 15 or 20 bucks. That was worth it for me. You probably don't see this on eBay for under 40 bucks right now. So whether it's sold at, you know, auction might have sold for like 22, 25 bucks, but I believe in that scarcity and being the next cheapest listing. So again, I paid a little over $100 for all of this, and I think it's just a really good stack of stuff. The Michaela Williams might be kind of some of the best of the stack. The Page, of course, you know, just might as well take a chance there for $5. These refractors, that one, if I wanted to sell it, I think I paid $2. It's probably closer to 10. I just wanted a piece of that. Love these atomics. If I wanted to sell that one, I think I could truly get, you know, 30 plus on it, but I won't. And then Juju and Curtis Rourke. So I recommend it. Every time I check for a new card, I go to eBay, I go to ComC, and now I'm on Collx, and then sometimes I'll check Mercari, with the buyer fees that they offer. And I don't know what the fees are on Collx. So again, I haven't really explored too much on the selling side, but as a buyer, man, I love it. It's been a great app. Again, I think great value. I think there's something there that they're building. So if you enjoyed, if you learned something, check it out. Download Collx. You can also download it on your Mac if you have it, which I think is super helpful. I'm on my computer more than I am on my phone, so that's helpful. Another plus there. So if you enjoyed, again, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe. Check out some of my other videos, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace. I love you.